Hello and welcome to Arizona Outdoors Today. I'm your host, Don Martin. Today we're out here at Fishing for Smiles, out here at the Dunton Pond, which is located about 40 miles east of Kingman. This is an annual event co-sponsored by the Mojave Sportsman Club and the Kingman Elks, Lodge number 468. And they're out here, we're providing opportunities to kids to go fishing from ages 5 to about 16. And you can be out here for about 5 or 6 hours. After the fishing, they get a free lunch and everything. But I have a couple of guys with me. This is Mike Thompson. Mike.
Thanks, Don.
Now, you work for the Mojave Sportsman Club. You're a range master?
I'm a range officer at the Mojave Sportsman's Club.
Okay. He's also a member of the Kingman Hunter Education Team. He's one of our instructors out there. So he wears a couple of hats. This gentleman is
Dale Sills.
Dale Steels. Now you're with
Sills.
With the Mojave Sportsman Club.
Right.
And what are you guys going to do now? You're just kind of standing here now, but I'm thinking you're going to get busy here shortly.
I'm thinking you're right. We cleaned quite a few fish last year.
Yeah, and so you guys are the designated fish cleaners.
Right.
So now let's just kind of lay this out for everybody how this works. These kids that are fishing here today, they can catch up to 3 channel cat. And they can bring them over here next door. Johnny Hoft is going to weigh them, and then those that want them cleaned can bring them to you guys, and you'll fillet them.
That's correct.
Right.
We fillet them and bag them, and they just take home pure meat.
Pure meat. So mom and dad don't have to worry about cleaning catfish when they get home. You fellas take care of it. It's a messy, nasty job. You've done it for years. Got a little experience.
Little experience.
Okay. So we're gonna be kind of wandering around here at Fishing for Smiles out here at Dunton Pond. I'm with Johnny Hoff, and Johnny is the official longtime weighmaster for this operation. Johnny, tell everybody, what's your job out here at Fishing for Smiles?
Well, as the kids get done completing their 3 fish, hopefully they catch their 3 fish.
They get to catch 3 fish, okay.
They bring them up to me, and then I weigh their fish, and I tell them what their weight is. And if any of them have have a larger fish, then we weigh that one so that they know they've caught a big fish. And at the end of it, we basically kind of keep track on the side.
Sure.
The weights for them. And
now we got a box of trophies here that have been paid for by the Mojave Sportsman Club. They were donated by the family of Dick Hendricks, and we kind of revamped them, got some more plaques on them. So the reason he's weighing these guys is because we're going to award, like I think we've got about 8 or 9 trophies we're going to give away today to the kids. He's got the heaviest stringer for juniors, heaviest stringer seniors, heaviest big fish juniors and seniors. So it's important that he keeps track of what these weights are on these kids so that they're going to earn trophies for big fish at the end of the day. So he's going to be here. Like I say, he's got his fillet knife too, just in case he needs some extra help to help Mike Thompson out. But they're going to weigh them and then clean them. So it's a good program. They are expecting up to 190 kids out here today with parents. So a good program, something that, you know, the Kingman community really embraces. So next year, you want to come out here, meet Johnny, let him weigh your fish, and have a good time. Okay, I'm here with Devin, and Devin, you're 7 years old. You caught that great big catfish, right? Is that the biggest fish you ever caught? And what'd you catch it on? What kind of bait? You caught it on a hot dog, folks. That's the biggest fish he's ever caught. Have you ever been fishing here before? How many times?
Not here.
Not here?
No.
This is his first time fishing. This is his first time. Now, this is part of the program that the Fishing for Smiles is. We're trying to bring in new kids to come out here and go fishing. Here's a prime example. 7 years old. He's fished before, but he hasn't fished here at the Dunton Pond. But guess what? He came here today, and look at that lunker. Are you happy with that? Are you glad you came? All right, he don't talk much, but he sure shakes his head, so I think he does a good job. Thank you, Devin. Put that fish back in there. Now, let me tell you something. We have a contest. When you go up and weigh that, if you've got the biggest fish, then you're going to win a trophy. How's that? Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
You bet. We're out here at Fishing for Smiles, and we're over here where the Game and Fish Department's at. I want to introduce the Aquatic Program Manager, Matt Schmiel. He's been out here for years and years and years. Matt, introduce your staff here.
Nate Reagan is the wildlife manager for Meadview area
And 18A.
and
That's where we're
18A.
at.
This is Chad Villamore. He's a longtime volunteer with the department and reigning Commission Volunteer of the Year award winner. And this is Max. He is our volunteer coordinator for Region 3.
Now, what do you guys do out here? I mean, you're here every year, so explain to everybody, what do you guys do out here?
The Arizona Game and Fish Department is partnering with the Kingman Elks Lodge and the Mojave Sportsman's Club and putting on a fishing event for kids. And we're handing out loaner fishing poles, bait, and tackle, and assisting kids in catching channel catfish here today.
And how do these catfish get in here? Who puts them in here?
These fish come from Arkansas and are stocked into this pond.
Okay, and they're paid for through a grant through the Arizona Sportsman for Wildlife Council, and they pay for the fish. You guys provide bait, poles, expertise. I see you're out here straightening poles out, repairing poles, that kind of thing. So you got your volunteers with you. And Nate, how long you been here in the region?
I've been here for 2 years now.
Okay, and what is your job?
Today my job is to assist young ladies with bait, fix rods, fix reels, and make sure everybody has a good time.
Okay, cool. All right, well, this bunch out here, this is really vitally important that they have the Game and Fish Department here, because they're providing the stuff that people need to catch fish. And you can look around, you see all these kids out here, they're catching fish. So we thank the Arizona Game and Fish Department for being involved in this program and having these guys come out here today and help these kids out. Okay, we're over here at the wildlife display, and I want to introduce Becky Peck. Becky is the wildlife biologist for the Kingman Regional Office in Kingman with the Bureau of Land Management. This is Paige McDonald. She's a hunter ed instructor and a volunteer of sorts, and we're out here today, and we're here to look at this wildlife display. Becky, tell us what you got here.
Well, I've got a desert tortoise here that's trying to escape on the ground.
And he's got a name?
His name is Pokey, and he's a Sonoran. Am I too close? He's a Sonoran desert tortoise, and he's about 16 years old, and he's just out exploring today. And the other things that I have here are I have a great horned owl over here on the left,
They're beautiful.
and a barn owl, and I have a gray fox and a red-tailed hawk. All these animals were killed by automobiles, and so we had a taxidermy mount them for us so I could bring them to environmental education. In the cages I have some live reptiles. I have 3 rattlesnakes, a gopher snake, and a Gila monster. These animals are on display every day at the Bureau of Land Management office. The public is welcome to come look at them.
If they've always wanted to see what a Gila monster looks like, all they got to do is come to your office.
That's right.
And what's the address of your office?
We're at 2755 Mission Boulevard
Okay.
in Kingman.
Yeah, that's right off Alpine Mountain Road. If you or your family want to come in and see what a real live Gila monster looks
I
like,
have a horse skull and a cow. He's got one of his horns is fallen off. I have a wild boar. And we have a bobcat in here. The bobcat. You can see that they're carnivore.
what's this little guy?
This little guy is a burrowing owl. And they're a little owl that lives underground. They have burrows, and they pretty much perch on the ground most of the time. Sometimes you'll see them on a fence, and they eat mice, lizards, and that sort of thing.
Cool. Folks, if you're interested in seeing any of this is available during the day at the Bureau of Land Management office on Alpine Mountain Road. And bring your kids in, let them look at this stuff. Let them see what a live Gila monster looks like, what a horse skull looks like, what these different animals. It's fantastic. It's part of the education of our youth to show them what we have out here in the great outdoors. we're over here at the cooking section, which arguably could be the best thing out here. With me is Bob, and Bob is head of the cooking committee, and these are all the Elks Club volunteers. Now look at what these guys are doing, these guys and gals. And Bob, why don't you introduce all your staff here?
Okay. First off, we are the Kingman Elks Lodge 468. We're all volunteers. We're giving away the hamburgers and hot dogs for all the kids who are fishing for smiles and anybody who shows up. This is Sandy Fellows, Tim Mosby, Orland Larson. Behind him is Bob Taylor and Kathy Taylor. And next to her is Don Robinson, and then Nani Crimes, Roger Christensen, and John Boersma.
Okay, now you guys are Kingman Lodge 468,
Right?
and you guys are out here in support of Kids Fishing Day.
Exactly.
And how many hot dogs and hamburgers you guys going to serve today?
Well, we were told there's 147 kids signed up, so they each have a hot dog and a hamburger, plus their parents are here.
And staff.
And staff. So we'll probably serve 250, maybe 300 hamburgers and hot dogs.
No cost.
No cost.
This is a free event. This is sponsored by the Arizona Sportsmen for Wildlife Conservation. They're a major contributor, but we've also got the Kingman Regional Medical Center Foundation, and the Elks Lodge, and the Mojave Sportsman Club. They all put in together, and they do this for the kids, for the community. It's a great event. If you missed it this year, come out next year and join these folks, and you get a free meal.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, that's a big fish. Now, who caught that? And what's her name?
Skylar.
Skylar? That's your biggest fish you've ever caught? And did it almost pull you into the pond?
No.
You were able to stay out? You're doing good, huh? You catch both of them? Yeah, just like that, yeah. See that, folks? You don't got to be old to catch fish. Look at, how old are you, Skylar? 5 years old, and she's probably got maybe the biggest fish on the pond. So, there you go. Did you get any better than that? Who are you fishing with today? Who's here with you? Everybody, your mom and dad? Grandma? Grandma's with her too, huh? What's she here for? Is Grandpa here too? And they're giving you what, support to watch you catch these big fish? Are you going to eat them jokers? They're good eating, you know. And there's guys up there that'll. You want to make sure that you weigh that, because we've got trophies for the biggest fish for junior and senior division, and you're going to be in the junior division. So I'm thinking that's a pretty good fish for a trophy. So you make sure you don't lose that and go weigh that dude in, so we can get a picture of you with a trophy. Okay. We're out here at the Dunton Pond, and I got with me Scotty Dunton. Scotty?
I'm Scott.
Scott.
There's
Yeah,
Scotty
Scotty's
over
back
there.
there.
Scotty, come here. Scotty.
Scott, come on in here. And we got Mr. Dunton here, Mr. Roy Dunton. Scott? Scotty? I'll get this right here. I should have it right. We're out here with the family. Now they've donated the use of this pond at no charge to the Kingman Elks and the Mojave Sportsman Club. They've done it for years. How many years you guys been involved?
This is the 4th year here.
4th year, and this is an event that without this pond we couldn't do it, because you got to have water, you got to have fish. So we've got all that. They've donated this, and it's a great thing that they do for the community, and they've been involved in the Kingman community forever. So this is just another thing that they do to show their love and support of our community, and we really thank you guys, because like I say, if we didn't have a pond, we don't have a fishing event, right?
Well, if we didn't have you guys, we'd just have a pond.
Well, it's a good effort for all of us, and like I say, I really appreciate it, and I know the Kingman community really appreciates what you guys have done.
Thank you.
Scott?
I tell you, we appreciate how hard you guys all work
All right,
every
Scotty, Mr. Dunton, thank you so much. I'm out here today with Shane and Tina Moline. Now, if you don't know them, if you've been around Kingman, you know who these folks are. These are one of the top competitive bass fishing teams in Mojave County. You've been out here for years and years and years. Tina, you've been here before. You're a professional bass team. Why are you out here with a bunch of kids?
You know, Don, this is an event we look forward to every year. You know, me and you've been involved in this from the inception of it. I don't know how many years I've been out here, but it's something I look forward to every year. This is one weekend we'll forego any tournament to come out here and be a part of. Walking around, just seeing the kids, building the new generation of fishermen. We got a lot of girls out here. That kind of strikes real close home to Tina. And seeing these girls out here enjoying it as much as we do.
Right, and you know, this is something that, like you say, he's been doing this since we started this. Tina's been involved in it for a while. Now you fish with him as a team on a professional bass circuit, right?
I do.
And from what I hear, sometimes you catch the fish.
Once in a while, I'll put
Okay.
something in the well.
Well, and like you say, you know, you look around here, you got a lot of young ladies out here fishing, and the future of fishing and outdoor recreation in America is dependent upon kids like this. And having these young ladies out here and having folks like you out here talking to them, helping them, encouraging them to stay involved in outdoor recreation like fishing. Fishing is a time-honored sport in America. We've done it since time eternal. Hopefully we're going to get to keep doing it, and with you guys helping out here and coming out here and donating your time. I know we've even had boats out here.
Yeah, we have. And you know, the Duns have paved the road, and I bet you next year you'll see 1 or 2 boats out here.
And now, is Donnie Stroggins out here with you?
Donnie's out here again this year. Donnie's a big supportive member of this too.
Yeah, I think he's president of the Kingman Bass Club.
He is, yeah.
And he's out here. We're going to run him down too. So you see the support out here from the community, from the community leaders like the Duntons, and then we have the Kingman Bass Club guys, and then we have professional team members out here. They're out here showing their support and helping, and that's so vitally important today because there's so many people out there who want to stop this, that don't see the good in this. And you know, with the effort of people like you and the Duntons and the Elks and the Sportsman Club, this thing will go on for a long time.
Yeah, you know what we're doing out here too is we're letting these kids see that there's more to fishing than just coming out here 1 day a week at a pond or 1 day a year at a pond. You know, they can see us, you know, wearing our clothes here, and now they see, okay, there's other avenues. I can go into high school fishing teams. I can even get degrees in college now. And these are things that these kids who aren't around the industry or involved with the industry, they can see that now. They see our questions. They see Tina out here. You know, they see us that, wow, I want to wear a jersey like that someday. And then they ask, well, how do I do that? And then you start telling about tournament fishing, and it just kind of escalates from that. And that's what that's doing. That's growing a bigger base. And that's what we're trying to do by having these young events like this, is trying to grow that base, because if we're not careful, that base is going to continue to shrink, and that's going to affect the industry, the outdoor industry worldwide.
Sure, sure. Well, thank you all for coming. Tina,
Thanks so much, Don.
thank you for staying on camera. All right, we're going to move around the pond, talk to some other people.
Ooh, oh, that's great. So we drug you out here again this year, huh? Do you love it too? Yeah, I love it. I love watching the kids. They get so excited.
Okay, let me get in. Okay, I'm with Danae.
Yes.
Okay, she just got this beautiful channel cat here. This is your second fish you've caught today?
Yes.
Where'd you catch that thing on? What kind of bait do you use?
I think it's the worm.
She caught it on a night crawler. Now, how many times have you been out here fishing?
I've been out here for a few times.
So you've been here a few times
Yeah, a few
participating in
years,
this?
yeah.
Do you enjoy this fishing?
Yes, I do.
Is it fun?
Yes.
Would you encourage your friends and neighbors to come out here?
Yes, I would.
She's out here, been here before, and she just caught a big fish. And my man, Joey, step in here, Joey. This is Joey Powell. He's one of our young volunteers out here today. Now, what happened to your rod and reel when you caught this catfish?
It was on the ground, actually.
Right.
The rod was, and it was in the water.
She hooked this fish, it pulled her fishing pole in the water. What'd you do, young man?
Stepped right down in there and grabbed it for her.
So he saved her rod and reel and her catfish, because this guy pulled her rod and reel in the pond. And Joey here, he saw it, stepped right out there, got in the pond, and recovered her rod and reel and subsequently her catfish. Good job, guys. You just need one more, right? We want you in this. Hey, we're out here, and here's Bill Riley. Really. He's our cameraman for Kingman TV. His family's out here today, and introduce him.
This is Michael,
here,
and he
here,
just
buddy.
hooked up.
Here, get on it.
This is his It's my grandson Drake.
Oh,
It's a good
really?
size.
There you go.
Look at here.
He's got
We
one.
get on TV, and look what happens. Bingo. So we got Drake doing the fishing,
Drake
and your
fishing.
son.
Yeah, Drake's 7.
Okay.
Michael's his dad.
Okay.
And Michael's lost half his hair today already because of trying to teach this kid to fish. But he looks like
Easy.
he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty
Oh,
good.
look at there.
Don't lose him. Don't lose him. Don't pull too hard.
There you go.
He's going up on shore.
Hang on. You're gonna net this guy.
Holy mackerel, look at here. That's a nice catfish,
little
huh?
one, yeah.
There we go.
Boom, caught him.
So Bill, you kind of walk around today. Your job, you've got a camera.
I've got a camera. I'm also with the Elks. I'm going to go from here over and help them cook the burgers and hot dogs.
Okay.
Let him go.
And then I was also a hunter ed instructor, so I'm sort of helping out in that
got
part
lots
by
of-
walking around and
This is our
taking
second
line,
fish.
hooks out of fish and commenting and trying to get a little bit extra film for Kingman TV.
Sure.
So things are going real good. The kids are enjoying it. I hear there's about 100 to 125 kids out here right now, but they keep on coming in. So
Well, they had 100. I think they had like 180 something signed up.
yeah, they had about
Oh, look
190
at
in.
that catfish's eye.
So it's a good event. Like I said, we've been out here years and years, and it just seems like it's getting better and better.
Well, this tells it all right here. It's all about dad and son fishing, teaching them how to fish.
And Grandpa here.
Oh, Grandpa, yeah.
Grandpa's here to help. You betcha. So. Yeah, good deal. Well, thanks,
good.
Bill. Thanks for doing what you do for us at Kingman TV. But like I say, hunter ed instructor, Kingman Elks. I mean,
get to
you've done it all.
Well, I get rewarded a little bit because next week I'm going out with this guy that owns Striper Hunters.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to catch some more fish. I can't say that I'm the greatest fisherman when it comes to stripers, but it's fun anyway.
Listen, we're going to go fishing next week. What he's talking about is we're going to do a special show on Arizona Outdoors today, and Bill's going to be there, and Dan and Jay Chan and Laura Borden. We're all going to go, and we're going to go fishing on Lake Mead. And Bill's going to show us how to catch some stripers now.
At least one or two out
At
of
least
100.
one or two, yeah, yeah. He accuses us of using poles. We only use 2 poles. He's got one.
I think his boat has magnetic plus and positive poles on the end of each one of them that draws a fish, because I've never seen so many fish go by that boat at night.
That show is going to be on KingmanTV.com. You're not going to want to miss it. You're going to get to see us catch a lot of fish. Hey, we're out here today, and this is Donnie Scroggins. He is president of the Kingman Bass Club.
Yes.
Now, Donnie, you've been out here many years before, and I think you even brought one of those high-dollar bass boats out here.
I did
for the
do that
kids to
last
see.
year.
But you had little problems today?
Little problem this morning.
But next year,
Next year, I will definitely be bringing it back out here.
okay. Now, as president of the Kingman Bass Club, what is the Kingman Bass Club, and what do they do?
Well, basically, it's just a group of anglers. That likes to do little tournament fishing, but don't want to do the big tier stuff, the pro inside with the
Sure.
money, low money. And it's just a bunch of guys that just go out, have fun, compete, tournament fishing team. We try to get some new guys in, younger, teach them. We do a lot of teaching, promoting things for the bass community.
Right. Why would you, as president of the Kingman Bass Club, be out here today with these kids that are fishing for catfish?
Well, it's the same thing if you're catching bass, catfish, stripers, whatever species is fun. And once you get used to catching any type of species of fish, you just want to go out and catch what you can fish.
And these kids,
Oh, this
future
is the future of the future of the world of the
sport. Yeah.
Exactly.
And so you're out here to support these kids and
Yes.
support their families.
Yes.
And to show them that even though you're a tournament fisherman, you recognize the value of being out here with these young people and
yes,
supporting
definitely.
them.
Yes.
So
And then, you know, some of the parents of the kids don't understand sometimes of the sport itself too.
right.
So if you kind of talk to some of the parents, and if their kids are really, really into it, you know, we try to get them involved
Sure.
into it themselves when they don't have the means. Some others does.
Right.
We can help them out to get them up to a level that they might like.
So if somebody would be interested in learning about the Kingman Bass Club, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, different ways. We have a Facebook page, Kingman Bass Club Facebook page. They could go on there,
Okay.
keep up. I try to stay up on that. Or they could contact me in the office. We got a website, KingmanBassClub.com.
Okay.
We keep information on there. There's phone numbers for all the officers.
Okay.
They could contact myself personally.
What's your
on my
number?
cell phone? 928-279-5852. And, you know, they can call me, text me, whatever.
And you can
please
tell them what
announce
you guys are doing, what tournaments
yes.
are going on?
Yes, we do
Okay.
8 tournaments a year and a fish off at the end.
Okay. Folks, so, I mean, these folks that are out here, and you've already met Shane and Tina, and they're professional bass anglers, just like this guy. So it's really great to see that there's different groups and people that are interested in these kids and in our community, and that they recognize that the future of sport fishing in America is around this pond
yes,
right now.
yes.
I mean, they could be sitting playing video games,
Yep.
doing all that kind of thing, but they're out here today with parents, friends, and they're fishing, and that's what we want to see
Yes.
them to do, because truly, the future of America in the outdoors is sitting around this pond today. Donnie,
Yes.
thank you so much,
you, Don.
sir.
Thank you.
Okay, with me now are 2 of the 3 coordinators from the Kingman's Elk Lodge 468, Jerry Grimes, Jerry, and Bob Kay. These guys are from the Kingman Elks Lodge 468, and they are really the ones that put this thing together. They put all the stuff and they order things, and they really make this happen. About the only thing we can get the Sportsman Club to do is to get the money, and they do a good job of getting the money. But as far as being out here today, you're going to see mostly Elks people. You do have Sportsman Club people out here. Now, Jerry, what exactly is the purpose of this Fishing for Smiles?
Actually, we work in conjunction with Game and Fish, and it's the opportunity to introduce fishing for youngsters, and in general, bring the family out and have a great time. Each year it grows a little bit more, and it's very exciting. As you can see, the smiles on the kids' faces today, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, Bob, you've been in this since the inception. What's your take on this year's program?
You know, I'm very happy with the turnout we have, Don. I think I've been walking the pond. Everybody seems to be having a good time. We're catching some fish. You know, we're bringing families together. We've got some grandmas and grandpas teaching kids how to fish. Yeah, that's the whole thing. You know, it is a kids fishing day. Everybody's assisting everybody. I think the kids are learning. They're learning a skill. I think it'll stay with them.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a good thing. And we know that these kids that are out here today, those are the future of outdoor recreation in America, including fishing. And if we don't, as a community, do something like this to get these kids first involved and then keep them engaged, then we're going to lose them. We're going to lose them to Xbox or whatever all that stuff is. So, but they're here today, and like you say, I mean, the kids I've talked to, boy, they're just jacked about being out here fishing. It looks to me like the ones that we've got on camera, about 50% of them are actually new fishermen that they'd heard about it and they came out here to see what it was about, and now they're hooked. So it's a good deal.
Yeah. This whole thing that we're doing here today is all part of what we want to give back to the community and stuff. And this is part of what has brought us together to start developing the lake in town. We're still hoping to continue to develop this lake in town where we can bring all the families in town, because it is a little bit of a drive out.
Sure.
Here. We appreciate the parents bringing them out. But if we can continue to gain support for our pond in town, our our lake, our urban fishing program, I think it's really going to bring a lot more families.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to be able to utilize that property.
Sure, and that's
All
such
year round.
it's going to be a value to the Kingman community because they don't, number one, they don't have to drive quite so far.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a beautiful setting the way that you guys have got this thing drawn up, and they really need the support of the Kingman community and getting this pond to go to fruition. I mean, they've got the plans now. You got funding started in place, and
We've started the funding. We're funding through the Elks National.
Absolutely, yeah, the Arizona Major Projects is very instrumental in that, and we're working on that right now. It's surprising, even people from out of our area are interested because we're going to draw people from the Phoenix area,
Havasu,
sure. It's going to be a real laid-back place where they can do walking paths, the whole works.
and they could bring a lunch, and
Bring a lunch.
the parents are there with the kids are fishing, and have a little picnic lunch. I mean, it's something that's traditional in American society. It's something I think is we're kind of losing.
Right.
We don't have the bond with the families like we used to, where families used to go on picnics together, used to go fishing together. We just don't see that, I think, as much. And I think that pond concept will absolutely, from what I've heard from the community, and I think 90% of the Kingman community is in support of this. The people in the community need a place they can take their families, go spend time together as a family without having to drive a long ways, and they can go any day they want. So it's a great deal.
And let's not forget the one big commitment we did. The county supervisors went to bat for us, and we've got a commitment for the land already.
Oh, wow.
So we've got a use commitment for that property. So we have the place to build the lake once we hit our funding goals.
And before we forget, right now and for the past 4 years, we've been out here at Dunton's Pond, and the Dunton family has been a huge supporter of kids projects, and we couldn't do this without the support of the Duntons. Obviously, Fishing for Smiles wouldn't have existed today if it wasn't for the Duntons. So we can't forget them, and it's a good deal. And we really appreciate the support of Roy and Scott and Scotty. They've been very good to us out here, and as is everybody. And like I say, for me personally, watching, I see that the Kingman Elk Lodge, your people are out here in great numbers. We've had Bureau Land Management's here.
Yes.
Sportsman Club showed up and they're doing some weighing the fish and skinning and filleting the fish. So it's a group effort. Game and Fish is over here providing rods and reels. So it's a good deal. So anyway, thank you guys for all you do.
Thank you.
Without you, it wouldn't happen. I'm Don Martin, and this is Arizona Outdoors Today.